I'm about a dollar. You can't tell me nada. You can't tell me nada. You can't tell me nada. I'm about a dollar. You can't tell me nada.
Yo, I like the hat.
Yeah.
I like the hat.
Hey, Christian spirit.
What's happening? What's up,
I'm about a
everybody?
dollar. You can't tell me nada. You can't tell me nada.
Let's
Ah.
go. Let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
What's up with everybody? I'm Jay Dons. This is my bro.
Giannis.
Welcome to another episode of Leave It on the Court, where we talk basketball, the week of basketball, and everything basketball. You know what I'm saying? Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the return of Ja, a little bit
Yeah.
about Zion. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about Klay Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
and we're also going to talk about
The Los Angeles Clippers, sir.
Clippers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are definitely about to talk about them. So, with that being said, holla at me. What we got, brother? Where we starting at?
So look. So quick story. I'm driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back from Hammond, Louisiana, me and my daughter. And I hit my mother-in-law up. Call her up. Hey, baby. Ma, you cooking anything? What you over there doing? Yeah, your father-in-law do some ribs on the grill, some chicken. I did some dirty rice and some red beans and some cornbread. Ma, can I come through there? Come on, baby. I go. Mother-in-law, she's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I sit down. She picks me a plate, man. Got about 5 ribs, got some chicken, got some red beans, some cornbread. It's just a second ago now. I'm full as hell. And I'm tearing that food up, man. And as I'm wiping the damn barbecue sauce off my lip, I couldn't help but to think of Zion, big dog. This is what he's going through, man. This kind of cooking right here, bro. Like, this shit hard to get away from, man.
I wanted to
My
say
dog
that.
Zion fighting for his life in New Orleans, bro. he, he got them demons, bro. Like this.
Yeah.
Stephen A. said that the word out of Zion, that big dog is he eat the whole restaurant if you let him, man. He clean you out. So right now, we just found out word that Zion Williams, the final 3 years of his contract is no longer guaranteed.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Being that he's only played 40% of the games since he's been in the NBA, and seeing his production, um, it is it's getting kind of scary right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, right,
Yeah.
his his $200 million contract is on the line. What would you say to Zion?
Well, I mean, it's not what I would say. It's what we've been saying. Um, he needs to get in the gym, man. He need to get in shape. He needs to get his body fat down so he won't be so much at risk of being injured.
Right.
He needs to get out of them girls' draws. He needs to pay attention to his playbook. He needs to be more efficient. He needs to be like them games, the anomaly games that we see from him where he'll go from 30, 40 or something crazy. Those need be for the next couple of months. Those need to become a constant. They can't be something that just happens every blue moon and stuff like that. They need to be a constant. Like, I really don't think. See, the thing is what I think I might have mentioned this once. He didn't want to go to New Orleans in the first place. He wanted to go to a big market. So I don't
Yeah.
think he's ever really bought into New Orleans from the jump. You know, I think he's kind of like half been here, half not. You know, and when you're halfway in, that can contribute to your injuries too. You know, because you're not working as hard, you're not really putting in the full effort that you need to. So you become lackadaisical, what causes other things to slack off, causes weight. Weight can cause injuries. You know what I'm saying? Laziness can cause injuries. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going full bore on your workouts and stuff like that, you can pull stuff. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Or you can aggravate things, you know. So I just feel like he's another another thing too, though. He's never had an OG on his team to like pull him under his wing. Like somebody who's like, "Hey, look, let me take you to the trainer with me," even though he's grown, but he is
Right.
a baby though. He's not grown like in a sense like 27, 28. He's only like 21, 22. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he needs somebody in his ear like to pull him away from the restaurant when things is getting deep, which sounds crazy that you would think that somebody with such a bright future ahead of him can pull his face out of a plate and it wouldn't be that hard. But them eating disorders be real, man. It's gangster.
You bring your ass down here, and I'll let my wife cook you some of that etouffee or some of her gumbo, and you tell me if you can pull your head
Oh,
out that pot.
I already know. I'm trying to move out there because I'm small. So you know what I'm saying. I literally gained like almost 10 pounds last time I visited New Orleans. Like seriously. So I don't
Look,
have that problem. I'm actually looking forward to coming out there and
you
getting.
you touched on something. When you were talking about like his heart being in the game. Kendrick Perkins said something. He said something, and at first I was like, man, he don't know what he's talking about. And I thought about it, like, yeah, maybe he got a point, and you just kind of touched on it. Kendrick Perkins said that Zion don't love the game of basketball. He only loves what it does for him. Do you agree?
I think if he was on a team that he wanted to play on, that the mindset would be different. Like if he was in New York or one of these big market teams, possibly. It's hard to tell because he's so spectacular and he does have like the capability of going crazy. That's not something you just jump out the bed with. You don't just jump out the bed with that kind of talent. You know what I mean? So it's like he has to be doing something. He has to be doing
Definitely.
something.
Definitely.
So the love has to be somewhat there. I just think that to me, from what we was talking about before, it seems like they're trying to write him out the offense so they don't have to pay him. That's what I feel like. I feel like they're not going to him and stuff. And like a lot of the times that he done took over because he took over. It wasn't because they run in place for him. Like if I'm paying somebody 200 or 300 million, shoot, 80% of the plays is getting ran for dude, or the offense is being ran through him. The
Sure.
offense isn't ran through him, and sometimes these teams will do that to a player too. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like but what's that word? Ice him out to where he doesn't get the ball,
Right.
so they don't have to pay him and stuff like that. So it's possible.
I look at the Pelicans without Zion. They probably they'll make it to the playoffs, play in, maybe 6 seed, and they probably get bounced first round. With Zion, I think they can compete for a title, just straight up. If he's playing at his peak, if he can get his body right, and he's playing like he was playing like the hungry kid that out of Duke, and he's what he was shooting something ridiculous like 60% field goal percentage. Like
Mm-hmm.
this, if he's that guy, they can contend for a championship. Which,
You done said like I'm putting up the numbers. That's how many ifs you threw up when you said
damn,
that's how many you threw up when you said these are
yeah,
things that he needs to
yeah,
do in order
yeah,
for them to be a title contender. 5
yeah.
different ifs. Now we still struggling on the first 2 ifs. Can he stop eating and does he is in his heart in it? You
Right,
know what I'm saying? We gotta get past the first 2. All the other stuff is just like those that cancel everything else out
right,
once he gets those focus. If he focused on the game, get his heart into it, the eating, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, that'll work itself out because you can't go hard without having the other part. You know what I mean? You can't
right.
you can't be scoring 30, 40 points a game and stuff and not eating right and not, hustling and not training and doing the proper things. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So that's a lot of ifs, Sean. That's a lot of ifs for somebody who hasn't proven himself at all in a sense of being on the court long enough for us to see it in a continuous thing. You know what I mean? So once this last, so I ain't gonna lie though, they won like 4 or 5 games in a row. Up until they played Memphis, I felt like that loss was just Ja was back, and you know what I mean. They just got overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah.
But what do you say? What you say, T?
Well, before we get into somebody else's question, BBM said, "How much do you think that Zion should weigh?" And my answer to that, right now, he's 284 pounds.
260.
I'm
260.
thinking, I'm thinking about his Duke weight, about 250
Yeah.
pounds, 245,
Two.
250.
I say about 260 because that's a
260.
realistic. 260 is a realistic number he can reach. 250 and stuff. He had to damn near start eating all together for him to make 250. You know what I'm saying? He got to, you know what I mean? But 250 with 260,
Yeah,
that's a plane where he can still push people around because he's naturally strong.
right.
So he still be able to bounce people off him. It'll make him a little quicker, so it won't be so much contact because he'll be able to get around people faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it'd be less contact because he'd be able to move quicker because he's super light on his feet. He's like a ballerina. You know what I mean? So
and that's crazy. That is
yeah.
crazy.
So
Um, so
so
Zion made a comment during media, or I'm sorry, his post game interview, and he said something along the lines of he was talking about like the comments on his weight, and he was saying that as long as it's coming from a great place and they just want to see me do better, he was like he don't mind the comments about his weight, but he was like if it's something else, then I ain't concerning myself.
as he should.
Have you seen somebody like make a comment that where it just sound like they're just clowning them, rather than
Yeah, it's all kinds of memes and all kinds of stuff on Zion. You know,
mm,
it's shorts and stuff on him. But like you
that?
said, he shouldn't pay none of that stuff no attention. He needs to just focus on the positive and try to work towards his goal, whatever his goal is. I feel like I said, his goal should be 260, maybe. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable under 260, under 270, 260, but I think 260 will be a perfect way for him. He'll still be explosive and stuff.
Yeah,
So
not only sometimes like you'll lose weight and it'll make you feel weaker. I don't think that would 260 is a good number. I don't think it'll make him feel weaker. I think like you said, he'd be light on his feet like he was coming out of college, and he can still push people around because he's
yeah.
strong as hell.
And how many people at
And
his actual position weigh that much? At his actual position. There's some centers or whatever that's out there. But at his actual position, you got people like Aaron Gordon and stuff like that. They all like in the 250 range and stuff. So
right, 240,
yeah,
230.
yeah.
And lastly, you think he deserved that? I mean, just looking on it now, do you think he deserved that that $200 million contract? Do you think
Well,
New Orleans is
like I said, he has to for the next couple of months. He has to have a couple of more. He has to have some of them games that he had the other night and stuff where he busts for like 30, 40 points. It has to be. He has to get back to that place where he was averaging like 27 and 10 or something like that. He has to get back. He has to get up in that range, in order to um, um, be worth that contract. I think he can do it, man. I think he could be one of the most dominating power forwards in the league, top 5, even if he
yeah,
focused. So,
yeah, dude's special. Dude is special. And
mm-hmm.
shout out shout out to Zion. They're playing they're playing the Houston Rockets right now.
Yeah,
At halftime, he had 14 points in 13 minutes. So he kicking ass tonight. But
it's
on to it.
93. It's 93 right now in the fourth.
Oh, that's what's up. I just
Yeah,
last time I checked, it was halftime. He had 14 points in 13 minutes, so he doing his thing. I think he was like 5 for 5 from the field too.
Yeah.
Um, on to his draft mate, Zion with number 2, Ja with no, I'm sorry, Zion with number 1, Ja with number 2. Ja
Uh-huh.
Morant return, man. So if I was writing a story on on how I wanted to return to the game, I would say, we go down 24 points to Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans, and then I go on a rampage and bring my team back. Ja scored 7 points in the first half. They was down 24. Third quarter come, he scored 13 points in the third. Fourth quarter come, he scored 14 points in the fourth, and hit the game winner to come back from that 25-game suspension.
Dog. You dog.
And that's what he said. Because I'm a dog. He said
Mm-hmm.
that in the post game interview.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go on and play the Indiana Pacers. So these two good teams.
Nah.
And they beat the Indiana Pacers handedly, too. Tyrese
Yeah.
Halliburton was out there. Folks is asking questions while Ja was out, saying, is Halliburton better than Ja? And is Jalen Brunson better than Ja Morant? And, man, he come back busting ass, man. Dude, I'm going to give you another chance. Do you think the Memphis Grizzlies can make the playoffs?
No.
You sticking to your gun?
Okay, I'll do this. Like I said, I think they can make play in. I think
Okay.
they have a strong chance of making play in.
Okay.
Warriors on a winning streak right now.
Warriors
Clippers
to make they fizzle.
Clippers
Yeah.
Clippers was on a winning streak for a minute. It's some teams that's around in the lower tiers, and it's the Suns just lost 2 in a row. But it's some teams that's down there with them that's
Yeah.
really really good that they gonna have to worry about
Yeah.
reaching them last couple of spots. Ja's only one man.
Right.
Indiana and New Orleans, their teams are kind of like in limbo. They still trying to figure each other out. When it's time, when we see him do this on against like a Celtics or a Philly or one of the top or a Denver or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
now we talking. Now we talking, and what I'm saying, a different thing. Because like right now, he having a hard time with Houston, and Houston, one of them teams, he gonna have to face. You know what I'm saying? And to get that spot, and Houston, they balling, and Houston is balling right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, not Houston. Houston is playing good, but they playing Atlanta right now, and they down 1 going into the third.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of teams out there, man. Man, he one man, but that boy, I will say this: as a team, they're playing so much better with him
Hell
on
yeah.
the court. They don't even
Yeah.
look like the same
They
team that
don't.
lost all them games this season, which is crazy on how one dude can springboard a team into a winning streak and they can take off. Because Desmond Bain, even though he had been like playing good, he playing out his mind right now. You know what I mean? Alongside Ja.
It's
And even
throwback.
Tripp is playing better now that Ja's back. Jared Jackson. So I give him play in. I could see them maybe getting the play in. It just Warriors, Suns, and whatchamacallit is right there with them. So they got a big hill to climb.
Yeah. Looking at the Western Conference, Matt sitting at the 7th seed, Rockets at the 8th, LA Lakers at the 9th, and Phoenix at the 10th spot. I think the first 6 teams, I think they pretty much sold up, man. Clippers, Pelicans, Kings, Nuggets, Thunder, Timberwolves. I'm gonna be looking for Dallas, and I'm gonna be looking for Houston to fall out of playoff contention, I think, and I think that they're going to be opening the door for Memphis and for
Dallas.
Dallas.
Luka playing out of his mind though.
Yeah, but Kyrie got hurt, and I expect his history is going to
How
basically
hurt
foreshadow his
is he?
future. He twisted his ankle, and he missed 3-4 games. That's just that's what
Well,
Kyrie does,
that
man.
ain't really nothing. 3 or 4 games ain't really nothing. Our Dallas defense got a lot better, and
Yeah,
Luka is like he like him and Jokic is somewhere else. They're on a different stratosphere, like from everybody else to me. Like, you know what I mean?
well, back to gun toting 2-pistol Ja.
Okay, so Ja.
Him missing 25 games because of the gun suspension, and then him also. I mean, I guess the setup. He get found out. He gets suspended for flashing a gun on social media, going to the strip club and all that, and then he does it again, and they have to sit him down. I'm gonna ask you, like I asked you about Zion, because I think it's fair. Does Ja Morant love the game?
Now he does. If you look at the way that he's playing right now, he looks like somebody who missed the game. It's that that's next to my heart. He came back with a point to prove, which we said he was gonna be on
You called
Sonic mode. You
You
know what I'm
called it, yeah.
saying? Like he was gonna be playing out his mind because what he got, who gonna stop him? Just like when he said at the end of the game, he called and played for Triple J, and they was like, nah. You take
No.
it. You take this shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, that put a battery in his back. He like, oh, I ain't got to worry about giving y'all the ball. Oh, y'all ain't tripping on me shooting. All right. Boom. 50. Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And he the type of dude with the mentality that'll go and do that. But he's like, I ain't got to score 50. I'm going to involve everybody else too, which I love about him now. So that's somebody who loves the game. When you know you can do everything, but you still choose to involve other people into the game. To me, that's somebody who loves it. You have to be cerebral with that. You know what I'm saying? That's not just something you just pick up and that's not something you can just bring up and do.
Yeah. So I've heard the comparisons for Ja Morant. I heard someone comparing him to Allen Iverson. I heard a comparison to Russell Westbrook. What if you were to compare Ja Morant to a current or past player? Who would you compare Ja to?
Sprewell.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. What? I would.
He's a better scorer than Sprewell.
He's a
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I think
Iverson was fast, bro. Iverson, and he was everywhere, bro. Like he was everywhere, defensively, offensively. Like Ja, you can't stop Ja, but you couldn't stop. AI was just like he was a cheat code, bro. Like on some real, just to be real.
yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's an insult. I won't say Sprewell. Let's say. Okay. Let me think.
It's
Let me
free.
start that. Because
The
I
reason
think
why
Sprewell was crazy. But
Sprewell is crazy.
but young people might not know like Warrior Sprewell and stuff like that. So let me
Right.
let me think.
Only reason why I don't compare him to Sprewell is because Sprewell can shoot a little bit. Josh still ain't. He can't.
He can shoot a little bit now, though.
Mm,
He can shoot a
I
little
don't
bit.
compare him to Iverson because Iverson can shoot. That midi
Yeah.
was cold.
Cold.
So
It was cold.
that
That
midi and that
pull up
crossover
off
was
the
cold.
dribble. Oh
Yeah.
my Lord. That's why I
So
said no, Iverson, he like him, MJ, LeBron, Kobe, they in their own pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think it's too many people you can compare to them. But
I compare Ja to his teammate though. D
who?
Rose, young D Rose. That's who I compare Ja to. Couldn't really shoot the midi, but he knew how to take over a game by getting to that
Yeah,
beat,
I
man.
like
Get to
that.
that pocket,
I like that.
and
I like
he
that.
made
I like that.
game-changing plays.
And he got hot like D Rose. Like D Rose had stupids before
Stupid
he hurt his like he
bounce.
got some of
Yeah,
the coldest dunks by a little man ever. Yeah. I was gonna say somebody else though. I was gonna say D Wade.
I even like that one. I even like that one, and
D
it
Wade developed his mid range, but he was just known for
right.
pushing the gas and taking a new dude down.
D Wade would lock your
Like
ass
especially my
down on defense, though.
well, yeah, he the all time leading blocker, small shooting guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but for sure. But we're not talking about just. I'm just thinking of offensively. You know, but wait a minute now. Ja got some blocks.
He
Ja
do.
got some.
That's
He got some
right.
iconic. He
That's
got
right.
some
That's true.
iconic blocks. He got some iconic blocks. But D Wade, just like this, I don't care who there, fall down, get back up. Especially Shaq won the championship D Wade that year with
Yeah. Right.
Flash.
Yeah.
When that D Wade, yeah, when he was dunking on everybody. Oh God, D Wade was he literally won that championship damn near by himself. You know what I'm saying? That year
Okay.
that him and Shaq and them won it.
Yeah.
Shaq averaged like 15 points or something in that playoff. And then D Wade averaged like 35 points or something like that. He
Yeah.
was literally, and they knew where he was going because, you know, after a minute, people developed, this is where he going. This is where he going. They knew exactly where he was going. And this is just like Ja. Ja, you know where he's going. He's going to the basket. He's going to the basket. When you going to the basket and everybody know you going to the basket and they still can't stop you, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You somewhere else. You somewhere else, dude. Like and Ja, like I think I like I like championship D Wade. That's
Championship D Wade. Okay.
yeah, that's who Ja play like.
Um.
Flash.
So Memphis was on a 5-game losing streak until Ja came back. Now they won 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Second time they done it this season. And they're on a quest to get 3 in a row. They're playing the Atlanta Hawks tonight. So,
They winning by
all right,
2 right now in the fourth, 10,
all right,
43. They up by 2, 98, 96.
all right. Just don't give me no Warrior updates, no
Okay.
spoilers, please.
No. I'm just gonna stay on subject. I'm gonna stay on subject.
For sure, for sure.
Okay.
So, um, the the Los Angeles Clippers, speaking of winning streaks, went on an 8-game winning streak. Um, Currently they've been having it snapped by Oklahoma City. Kawhi Leonard was out that game, however. The first game he missed all season. So round of applause for Kawhi Leonard and whatever he's doing to stay on the floor. And we
Yeah,
love
he like
seeing
in a
him
40, 50, 90 club too, or something like that.
balling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So he's leading the Clippers in points, 24 points per game. But this, don't get it twisted. I think
Yeah,
this
they're
win has
efficient. They're
been
efficient too.
exactly.
They're efficient 24. They are
And
efficient 24. Yes.
I'm saying, don't get it twisted. This winning streak, it seemed like it's being led, this being spearheaded by James Harden.
Oh
My
my
man
God.
averaging 11 assists. My man dropped the season high 35 points with 8 made 3-pointers last game, man.
And he
Hey.
was doing the step daddy, the step uncle, the step cousin. He was doing everything. He was making
Yeah, man.
so many jump shots, so many different ways. I was like, Jesus Christ,
Come on,
this
man.
man was on fire,
Hey,
fire.
making snow angels on a goddamn
Yeah,
basketball floor.
yeah.
Dude, hey,
9-game
again,
winning streak. But hold up. They got the brakes beat off them tonight, though. The brakes. Boston beat the brakes off them. Last night, I think.
okay.
And before that, Oklahoma beat them by 15 or something, or whatever. But but Boston beat the brakes off. But you say Kawhi is hurt?
Yeah, see that in their 8th game against Dallas on Tuesday night, Kawhi fell on his hip and late in the game. So I know he didn't play against OKC, and I know that helped snap that winning streak. So I don't know if he's playing tonight, or I
Okay.
don't know if he's or if
He
did he play
played
last night?
against.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
Celtics beat the brakes off him though.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
145 to 108.
Yeah. Okay,
Ugh.
so I'm gonna put that on restless leg syndrome for old men. Cause 9 games in a row,
Yeah.
and you 34 and 34 and 32 and 30 RO, they all are and stuff.
Right.
By that 10th, 11th game, you like somebody. I'm playing 5 minutes. Up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hurt.
And
I'm hurt.
so
So I don't really blame him for losing the 10th and 11th game, especially after what James been on. James been on the road, man. He playing like somebody he won a new contract.
for sure, yeah. As he
Too
did.
bad it's too late. But he's definitely trying his hardest. He's trying his hardest. The coach is stupid enough to do it though. Because I feel like this trade wasn't for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see how they
All he gotta
do.
do is show up in the playoffs a little bit. So let's say he averaged 20, 10, and 6.
Okay.
That guy gonna give him that money.
Yeah. I gotta agree. If they show up a little bit, that's a big if, because historically James Harden, when the playoffs come, he goes. When the playoffs
Price
come,
is
he
right. They
goes.
get the prices right. Yeah.
Hey,
So
to answer your question real quick, no, Kawhi wasn't playing against Boston.
okay.
So Kawhi wasn't
Well,
there.
that's
And
24 points missing, so that's a lot, and defense and everything. I know he would have been on Tatum. That would have slowed them down at least a little bit.
right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta talk about Boston too at some point because they like up and down with Tatum. It's like, man.
Yeah. We do gotta talk about Boston eventually, because I got I got something to say, especially about Jaylen Brown. But
I know you do.
this
This slick.
does this winning streak it was a winning streak. Does that translate to the playoffs though? Do you think that they can carry that?
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, see, the cool part about this is that we're still so early in the season. We haven't even got past the All-Star break.
Right.
So it's really hard to determine whether or not this will affect their playoff run. But mentally, they know they're capable of winning together. You know what I'm saying? I think Russell taking the bench was a big, big step to them having this winning streak.
Yeah.
He seems to be bought in for real. He's playing when he's on the court. He's playing like, him and James still have the worst defense. I don't care what anybody say. Those are the 2 single worst defenders in the NBA. I don't care what anybody says. Westbrook and James Harden. They really are the poster boys for underlay defense. Like for real. Underlay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like if you get past James 1 dribble, he reaching or do that little reach around the back. If he don't get it, layup. You can do that. All you gotta do is just get 1 step past him. If I was an offensive player, I'll cross him over every time. Fake. Yep. If you don't go for it, go around. Feel for that. Put the ball out here because I know that reach is coming. Put it out in front of me. Lay it up. I would wrestle the same way. You catch him. Once he hit the flow, cross him over. As soon as you get past him, throw the ball out a little bit because he's gonna try that little reach around. Lay it up. They are terrible defenders. Terrible. But their scoring is so good that it's like their offense makes up for their defense, but they have to be making the shots. It's very rare that we see James making shots the way he was making shots the other night. So that would have to be a consistent thing, because I think Kawhi healthy, he's capable of doing what he's been doing. That's like a regular thing for Kawhi. Paul is the outlier. That's going to be the key. It ain't James. It ain't Kawhi. It's Paul.
I like that.
If Paul can play like he was playing in the beginning of the year,
Yeah,
when he was doing the 29s and the 30s and the 34s and the 27s and stuff like that, now we talking. Now they're a threat. Now they're scary, because James, he can get 17 in his sleep if he's playing for real, and I think he really wants to play. And it really look like they letting him play his style. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty much playing 4 down defense, 1-4 flat, pretty much. Letting him do his thing at the top. If that don't work, he give it away. They pretty much, so he once again, he can't say nothing. Once again, if they lose, it's his fault. If they win, it's Paul George's fault. That's how I'm calling it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because they're running the James Harden offense. Him at the top, everybody in the corners, step daddy jump shot. Now, if that's what he chooses to keep doing in the playoffs and they lose, he gets all the blame, straight up. But if he does that and Paul George can pull a 30-30-30 or 25-20-30 out of that or whatever, and they win, that's what people going to be focused on. Yeah, James Harden had 17, but Paul George, 30 points, and Kawhi already 50, 40, 90. That's what the storyline going to be.
There you go.
Unless James do something like he was doing this other night, like he be doing the 35 to 40, 20, you know what I'm saying? If he do those in the playoffs, then it's going to be about him. But we know. History shows he is not going to do that.
You're not the father. Look.
He is not going to do that. So if we get 17 or 18 out of him, 30 out of Paul, 25 out of Kawhi, you motherfuckers better watch out. Oh, excuse me. You people better watch out. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Break down, you were referring to James Harden move, the stepdaddy.
Mm-hmm.
For the casuals, would you break that move down? Can you explain what he's doing when he go to a signature move?
Well, it's essentially, to me, I call it a layup jump shot, because it has a gather move plus it has a gather plus the 2 steps that you would take to do a layup. So basically, the step back, he comes towards you, he steps back, and that's the gather move. And then he takes another 2 steps off to the side and shoots the ball.
There you go.
So it's essentially a layup jump shot to me.
It's the move that the casuals usually call travel on, but he kind of.
That's why I explained it to him in those forms, because if you explain it to him in the sense of a layup, then you would know it's a legal move.
There you go. I'm looking at the standings, right? Minnesota, OKC, Denver, Kings, Pelicans, Clippers. It's the top 6 teams. Denver, to me, is still king of the West. They coming off the title, and honestly, the only reason why I saw them losing games is because their second best player in Jamal Murray got injured. And I'm looking at the standings, and I'm starting to wonder: is the Clippers the?
No, don't do that. Don't even say that. You're blasphemy right now. Stop it.
Is the Clippers the biggest threat to the Denver Nuggets?
No. The biggest threat to the Denver Nuggets is if the Lakers get the 8th seed and they the top seed.
That'd be. I would like to see that.
But to be honest, I honestly think the biggest threat that everybody needs to be worried about is if they figure it out, it's Minnesota. If Minnesota figure out what they want to do by the playoffs, people should be scared. They have the most complete team across the board to me, other than Denver. You know what I'm saying? They have a bench.
Okay.
They have a proven point guard. Their
Yeah.
shooting guard is young and a dog.
Yeah.
Gobert is going to block shots and get rebounds like he's supposed to. And once again, the only outlier is what cat is going to show up. If the cat 25 and 10 cat show up,
Yeah.
everybody's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble. But if we get 17 and 7 cat, yeah, it's a wrap.
The only reason why I don't say Minnesota, because I know they top in the West right now, is because they're unproven. They hadn't done it before. They might get to the playoffs and
But they
get
got
stage right.
the playoffs last year though, and gave the whatchamacallit a run for their money.
I forgot who did they give a run for their money though.
Wasn't it Denver? Didn't they play them early in the playoffs?
I don't know. I
thought they were the only team that took them to 7 or something like that.
I'm gonna have to go back and do some research now because I'm curious because they did take some teams to 6 or 7 games.
I thought
and
it
I
was
don't know if
Denver. Yeah, because Denver was on the top side with Minnesota. Yeah, I think it was Denver. But I think I think it was Denver. I think it was Denver. I think that they only had one real strong fight against somebody. It was Phoenix and Minnesota.
It's hard for me to pick Timberwolves also because I just saw Joel Embiid drop 52 points or 51 points on both Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert.
And that's why I said it depends on what cat shows up. If we get that guy, then you know what I'm saying. But Joel dropping 50, that's nothing because he's doing that to anybody. Like, so I don't really like certain games from certain players. He's the only guy. He should be doing that kind of stuff. Like outside of Maxey, it's not like they got like a third or fourth threat. It's just him and Maxey. So like if he don't do that, they lose. That's how I look at it. Instead of him giving them 50, he had to score 50 because he would have lost.
Oh no, I'm looking at Kawhi and him winning and having 2 or 3 rings, and him getting Finals MVPs, and him, being arguably one of the best players in the West behind Jokic. And then they got 3 other guys who at least been to the Western Conference Finals, and Russell Westbrook and Paul George.
I don't think none of that means anything in this new age game because, as you see, it's a different team that wins every year. And all these same teams you talk about had the same experience that you talk about. So I think it's just whoever's healthy and whoever's on fire. You know what I'm saying? At that time, whoever comes in to playoffs with the right mindset, not letting it change what they had been doing prior to them going to the playoffs. Because playoffs is a mindset. Playoffs is you have to treat it like another game. Once you make it bigger than what it is, then you're out the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's a team who treats the playoffs like it's just another part of the season that wins. You know what I'm saying? And I think Denver did that. Denver looked at it like, we just gonna keep running the same shit. We've been running all season on everybody, and we're gonna win with this thing. Give Jokic the ball, everybody cut. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what they did. They didn't change nothing. They didn't. If you look through their playoff run, they ran the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of teams that were trying to do different stuff, do different lineups when the playoffs came. Denver just kept the train going. If it wasn't broke, they didn't fix it. You get what I'm saying? And it's the teams just like that. So I don't really think the being there before and all that stuff matters, because we've seen many breakout playoff performances from dudes that never really showed nothing. You know what I'm saying? In some cases. So I think Minnesota's due. I think Anthony Edwards is a dog. I think he showed last playoffs he's not afraid of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely showed that he's not afraid of Denver. I don't think nobody on their team can stop them. There's nobody, KCP, nobody can stop Anthony. And and if you catch the point guard for them on a good night, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Mike Conley. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you have a good shooting night, it can be dangerous.
Hell yeah. But before we get into the next subject, just one more point I'm gonna leave you with. None of them teams in the West, besides Denver and the Clippers, got both a MVP caliber player, um, and also a championship coach in Ty Lue. So my question to you now is: Klay Thompson a killer?
No. I'm gonna explain to you why. Have you ever seen Klay Thompson do what Ja did outside the games? You know, the outlier games where he scored the 30 in one quarter and stuff like that. But have you seen from the gate Klay come in the game? Everybody know he about to kill, and he actually does it.
Yes.
Explain. Because nobody's never worried about Klay. Nobody's worried about him in the sense that he's at the top of the board. Usually, Steph is the main guy at the top of the board. So
Right.
explain.
Last year, while Steph Curry is out nursing his injury, Klay Thompson was the guy on Golden State. And the game where he scored 51 points along with the game winner, matter of fact, he had the game winner to take it into overtime, then hit the game winner in overtime. In that game, he had 51 points, and he was the guy. He led the league last year. Crap. I don't know. Now you're going to make me look it up.
No, because it wasn't somebody good or somebody trash.
It's NBA players.
Okay, so my thing with Klay is another reason why I don't feel like he's a dog either is that we've had this conversation before. I even heard Gil say it. He has not changed nothing about his game. His game has not progressed from what it's been his whole career. Klay still does the same exact thing he's been doing for the last 10 years. And a dog is not, you're not going to have that. Okay, perfect example. I feel like they had the same game at one point. Devin Booker and Klay had the same game in Devin Booker's first couple of seasons to me. He was catch and shoot for the most part. Didn't really take people off the dribble too much. He's kind of a pull up midi dude or whatever. Now look at Devin Booker. Devin Booker can literally do everything. You know what I'm saying? He just had like 12 points and 40 points, 12 assists and like 40 points the other night and stuff like that. You'll never see that from Klay. You'll never see you might see a 50-point game, but you won't see a 50, 10, and 7. You won't see a 30, 15, and 6. You won't see that from Klay. And by now, he should be doing that. And those are all aspects of being a dog. Is, okay, I know I can do this, and I know I can mess y'all up with this. What else can I learn to mess y'all up with that to make me unstoppable? Because if you're an NBA player, the goal for me, okay, I always say this if I ever made it to the league, right? I had like the 10-year plan type thing, right? First 3-4 years was getting the feel of the league, finding my spots, right?
Right.
Second half of the like second, maybe 4 or 5 years in it now, I'm developing a jump shot. I have a jump shot, but I'm developing an unstoppable jump shot to the point where I'm a threat every time I come in. Now I'm drawing people to me. I'm bringing double teams to me, right? By my 10th season, I want to have all these things in me as a player. Now I can shoot. And then and then I want to focus on once I'm established myself and I'm an elite scorer and everybody worry about me. Now I want to focus on my defense. You know what I'm saying? How to become the dude where when it's crunch time, I can come off the dude that's guarding that I'm guarding, so I keep my offense up and come to the star player and shut him down. So by the 10th year, I would want to be an all-around player. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be just known as the dude that come around off screens and shoot and, play good defense. No, I want to be able to come around. I want to be like Steph. I'm coming off a screen. If I ain't got that shot, I can still cross you over. And then if that crossover ain't there, I can drop a dime. And if I can't do none of that, if all else fails, I can run back to the half court and bust your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
that's the type. That's a dog. A dog is never taking a day off. Every game is to kill somebody. I want to leave no doubt that anytime you play me, every time you see my team coming up on that calendar, you lose sleep. That's my goal. My goal is for you to lose sleep. I don't think nobody is losing sleep on play. Like, you know what I'm saying? No more. Back in the days when they was winning 70 games and stuff like that, yeah. But now, you know, you see people laying off them on shots. This is the most I've ever seen them open.
So look, to EMAC, appreciate you joining, fam. This is we're talking about is Klay Thompson a killer? All right.
Hey, hold on. One love to my brother EMAC. Thanks for the opening, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, shit fire, bro. So there's levels to this, right? There's levels to being a killer. There's Jordan, and then there's Kobe, and that's grade A. Grade A. That's it. There's levels. And then you got like LeBron as far as his killer mentality, and like KG, and guys like that. And then you got and KG and Steph, and you know them kind of killers. Then you got somebody like Klay Thompson, right? Klay Thompson remind me of like Michael Myers. He'll keep killing you, but won't change the expression. The same three he shot 3 seconds into the game, first quarter, is the same three he's shooting with the game on the line. He don't care, unconscious, right? And only killers can stab you, then shoot you, then kick you, and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it because they have no remorse. Only a person who has no remorse can hit you for 14 three-pointers in one game.
Okay.
That shit is crazy. He a psycho. He a killer.
Let me ask you this. Where was the killer at when Devin talked him out of his game? Where was the killer at then?
Okay.
See, so this is my thing. Devin, if he the killer that you say he is, I'm not getting kicked out of that game. My whole goal now, once you start talking smack to me, is it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All this, I got 4 rings and all that crap don't mean nothing. Because guess what? You're leaving the court. And they won that game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my definition, like you say, Mike, right? People didn't talk to Mike because they were so afraid of what he was about to do to them. You know what I'm saying? That's killer mentality. When somebody don't even want to talk to you, and I'm saying as of right now, Klay is not that dude. Klay is somebody you can talk smack to and talk him out of his game, especially if he's off. In that particular game, he was off, and Devin played today.
Yeah,
you feel me? Yeah. And most killers, once you talk, I've been off all game. Soon as you set that fire, all of a sudden I ain't off no more. You know what I'm saying? You done spark me up now. You feel me? And Steph is like that. Perfect example when Dennis Smith Jr. said what he said to Steph. The next 4 or 5 possessions, Steph busted his ass. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. He did the same thing to Kyrie. Kyrie looked at him with that look like, you talking to me? Next 4 or 5 plays, he put him on his pockets. He did all kinds of stuff to the boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did the fake layup when he's about to fake the jump shot, made him jump past him, then laid it up and left his hand up. All that stuff. That's killer. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Klay has moments. He has pockets in time where he does have that mentality, but it's too far in between. And that's why you hear so many people talking about where's Klay? Where's Klay? Because it's too far in between with the talent that he has around him. Imagine if he's doing these things that he can do every night alongside Steph, who's playing out his mind right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In all actuality, if he's doing that, the Warriors' record is different.
Yeah,
even
he did.
without Dre. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors, because Steph was winning a lot of games by himself when he didn't have neither one of them in the bubble and stuff. You know what I mean? So if you have Klay, a healthy Klay on the court, that the score is supposed to be, that's 70. That's supposed to be 70 points just between the two of them. It's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? At the least 50, because somebody got to have 30 and somebody got to have 20. You know what I'm saying? But the way Steph playing, he's getting 35. Klay should be like in the 25, 20s, because who else is shooting? And that's my thing as of right now. I'm not saying he's not capable to do it. Like yeah, he did lose his movement, Mac. But see, the thing is that there's no excuse when you're on the court. You know the rules, bro. Once you're on the court, don't none of that matter.
I think every dog has his day, right? Like even the apex killers and Jordan and Kobe, apex killers had their day where, man, somebody just talk trash to them and they got their ass busted. It happens sometimes. Iverson to Kobe, what's the white boy name to Jordan? This is the NBA.
Yeah, Rex.
This
Is it Rex Chapman?
Yeah, Rex Chapman.
Drazen Petrovic. Yeah.
Drazen Petrovic. Yeah. Every dog has their day. Klay Thompson over the last 6, 7 games now has scored 20 plus points. 20 plus points.
That's not
and
good
he was
enough.
trash talking. It 20
Not good enough.
20
Yeah, and the man scored 36 points and 11 dribbles.
Yeah.
He should be scoring 20 points in his sleep. If we're talking about dog status. We're talking about dog status though. We're not talking about just as an average player scoring average.
We're talking about is he a killer?
Yeah.
We ain't talking about a dog.
Well,
I think he is that too.
But if you're a killer, you got that dog in you though. You like Ja. Like I said, when Ja came back, he came back to kill fools. You know what I'm saying? And he's showing it. That's the thing. Okay, Steph, you off. I got you. You can't do that with Klay right now. You can't. I mean, the last couple of games, yeah. But for the most part, you can't go, all right, Steph ain't on this thing. Klay, we got to worry about him putting up 30.
Right. You were talking about.
I know they age would say that. Him and Max say they age. But Steph is the same age, bro.
He not. He about 2. Klay Thompson is actually 2 or 3 years younger than Steph Curry.
That makes it worse.
I think Steph is people. Steph, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, are the anomalies. They're the
anomaly
exception.
when you're scoring 36 points and 11 dribbles, though, Jan. He should be an anomaly too. That's something that's unheard of, bro.
This is actually about 60 points and 11 dribbles. You're talking about the 36, 32, 34, 36 point quarter that Klay did.
If you're capable of these type of things, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here, bro?
We're talking about a killer, and then we're talking about there's levels to being a killer. And Klay Thompson is a killer. He's just not on this Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, Devin Booker level.
But okay, so let me ask you this: you don't think he should be at this time, at this point in his career, after what he done accomplished? He done did everything. He done won rings and everything. Now, at this point, shouldn't he be just trying to do that? Just trying to murder everything moving?
No, we got a formula where we've won because of this formula. We've won 4 rings. I got 4 rings. There's not many people that can say that at all.
Okay.
Why would
so
I
you
come
don't think
in?
so you don't think 6 or 7 is better? Because if he does what he's supposed to do, 5 is probably there. 6 is probably there.
I can tell you his thinking is if I can get back to where I was, then there's no reason that we can't win the next ring 5. We can't win the next ring 6. I'm not going to come in and try to change the formula and dribble behind my back and throw a dime.
I'm not saying that they got to do that. But see, no. That's bull. Because Steph ain't always on the court. So sometimes he needs to be able to do that, and he can't.
If Steph not on the court, we're not winning the ring. If Steph not on the court,
I'm talking about even when he subs out. If he subs out Klay should be the go-to guy.
He,
You know what I'm saying?
okay, yeah, which he is.
For the most part, but he's running around screens and stuff like that. You're not going to give him the ball and clear out. I need to get a bucket. He's not that guy.
Back, no spoilers.
And at this juncture of his career, he should at least be able to do that. He should be able to get back there, do the you know what I'm saying? What's the thing called? Triple threat. You know what I'm saying? And get around somebody, cross him over. Like, I'm not saying that he gotta do it every time, but he needs to be able to do that. He needs like the times when Steph done got double teamed with 3 or 4 seconds left. I quick kick it over. If that shot ain't there, I need to be able to, okay, it ain't there. Get to the hole, pop off, get a foul. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that. By now, he should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
He does that. It just doesn't look like that. So he'll catch it and he'll pump fake with 3 seconds left, and he'll one dribble to the side type guy, or one dribble to straight up type guy. Or what he added to his game this year is he's actually passing better, a lot better than he's ever has. But we had an hour, bro.
Oh, we are. All right. Well, yeah, we can talk all day.
All day.
Well, we just left it on the court, y'all. This has been an episode of Leave It on the Court. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, everybody for leaving their comments, and we really appreciate it. We got a lot of big things coming up this new year, especially with my homeboy E Mac. He got some stories he's gonna share with us early January, so look out for that. Like I said, man, we just left it on the court. I'm Jay Dons. It's my bro.
Giannis.
Man, until next Saturday, man, that's gang.
Merry
Holla.
Christmas, y'all.
Merry